We share
research-related facts.
It is all about learning research facts and sharing with others.
COVID-19 vaccination.
Many interesting facts we need to know.
The coronavirus pandemic that was first identified in December 2019 is no longer a new disease due to extensive awareness by the World Health Organization and other health sectors.
However, it is now possible to say that there exists a virus capable to separate the body from soul and spirit within just 2 weeks. Not only that, the virus is also capable to destroy the body completely. According to a report published by Benazet et al. 2020, common symptoms include headache, loss of smell and taste, nasal congestion and rhinorrhea, cough, muscle pain, sore throat, fever, and breathing difficulties. People with the same infection may have different symptoms, and their symptoms may change over time. For more facts on how the vaccines is expected to train and prepare the body natural defenses against the coronavirus, let us quickly check the official website of the World Health Organization www.who.int.
Vaccines save millions of lives each year. Vaccines work by training and preparing the body's natural defenses, the immune system, to recognize and fight off the viruses and bacteria they target. If the body is exposed to those disease-causing germs later, the body is immediately ready to destroy them, preventing illness. There are currently more than 50 COVID-19 vaccine candidates in trials. WHO is working in collaboration with scientists, business, and global health organizations through the ACT Accelerator to speed up the pandemic response. When a safe and effective vaccine is found, COVAX, led by WHO, Gavi and CP, will facilitate the equitable access and distribution of these vaccines to protect people in all countries. People most at risk will be prioritized. While we work towards rolling out a safe and effective vaccine fairly, we must continue the essential public health actions to suppress transmission and reduce mortality.
There are some facts many people do not know about COVID-19 vaccination.
For instance, it will take a few weeks for a human body to build sufficient immunity after getting a COVID-19 vaccination. Consequently, it is likely for someone to be infected with the virus that causes COVID-19 either before or after being vaccinated.
Next is for us to further understand how the COVID-19 vaccines, Pfizer and BioNTech, work. The well-known Al Jazeera published some facts on the subject matter on 9th November 2020. Let us visit www.aljazeera.com.
This part reads, everything you need to know about Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine.
When you get vaccinated, you are usually given either a weakened or a dead part of the virus, or the bacteria, that causes an illness. In this way, the vaccine does not make you ill, but your body recognizes that it is a foreign element, and it mounts an immune response. This means that, when your body comes across the real bug that causes that illness, it will be ready to attack it straight away.
The way this new vaccine works is called mRNA, meaning that you are not actually being injected with parts of the virus or a weakened form of it, but you are actually being administered with a part of the genetic code of the coronavirus. This tricks the body into producing some of the viral proteins itself so that the immune system then detects these proteins and starts to produce a defensive response to them.
Presently, there are 4 major categories of vaccines in clinical trials.
Whole virus.
Many conventional vaccines use whole viruses to trigger an immune response. It is possible to use a weakened form of the virus that can still replicate without causing illness. Another technique is to use viruses whose genetic material has been destroyed, so they cannot replicate, but can still trigger an immune response.
Protein subunit.
Subunit vaccines use pieces of the pathogen, often fragments of protein, to trigger an immune response. Consequently, this would minimizes the risk of side effects, but it also means the immune response may be weaker.
Viral vector.
Viral vector vaccines also function by giving cell genetic guidance for the development of antigens. However, they differ from nucleic acid vaccines, in that they use a non-harmless virus, distinct from the one the vaccine is attacking, to transmit these instructions to the cell.
Nucleic acid, RNA and DNA.
Nucleic acid vaccinations use genetic information, which is either RNA or DNA, to supply the cells with information for how to make the antigen. This is normally the viral spike protein in the case of COVID-19. Once this genetic material gets into human cells, it uses the protein factories in our cells to produce an antigen that activates an immune reaction. What are the possible side effects of a COVID-19 vaccine? To get answers to that wonderful question, let us visit www.mayoclinic.org, a website that belongs to Mayo Foundation for Medical Education and Research. A COVID-19 vaccine can cause mild side effects after the first or second dose, including 1. Pain, redness or swelling where the shot was given to. Fever 3. Fatigue 4. Headache 5. Muscle pain 6. Chills, and 7. Joint pain. You'll likely be monitored for 15 minutes after getting a COVID-19 vaccine to see if you have an immediate reaction. Most side effects happen within the first 3 days after vaccination and typically last only 1 to 2 days. The COVID-19 vaccine may cause side effects similar to signs and symptoms of COVID-19. If you've been exposed to COVID-19 and you develop symptoms more than 3 days after getting vaccinated, or the symptoms last more than 2 days, self-isolate and get tested.
We share
Research-related facts.
It is all about learning research facts and sharing with others.